Alright guys, here we are. Desert only world. To try to thrive and survive and get done all that we can in this world. First thing I gotta do, I think I have to find a village. I think that's gonna be my only chance for survival. So we're gonna explore a little bit. Oh, and I think I see one up there on the hill. That's perfect. I think that's going to be our only chance of survival here in this early game until we can really get settled. So I'm going to run over there and see what kind of stuff they got ready for me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab up all these hay bales because I'm sure this is going to be my main food source for quite a while at least. Do have some farms here. Looks like we got some beetroot seeds. Grab up all their wheat as well. Alright, got ourselves a good little bit of hay. Plenty more here if I do need it in the future, but I'm just gonna stick with what I have for now. Run around, loot what I can from this village in search of some kind of sapling. I think the only way I'm going to be able to get wood in this world is if I can find a sapling in one of these village chests. We're having a little meeting in here. What we got? Bread, some more wheat. I'll take it. Well, I think that was the entire village, but I do see another one off over on that mountain. So we're going to make our way over there. Alright, what you guys got for me? Cactus. Definitely don't need cactus out here being in a desert. I would like a little tree, please. I don't even know if saplings can spawn in these village chests. Kind of just hoping. That's a long way down. Book, more cactus. Got a couple more houses we can check out down here. More bread, more wheat. No sapling here, but we do have an iron golem, which I should be able to take out and grab up some iron. Oh, hey buddy, easy. Oh my goodness, that took entirely too long. And we got 3. We got enough for a pickaxe. Sweet. And looks like the sun. Oh, hey now. Looks like the sun is going down. So I'm gonna commandeer this house. Oh, we got a bundle. Okay. Go ahead and make myself iron pick. I was able to get sticks off of all the dead bushes around. So might just have to make things work with that. But I got myself a pickaxe now. Got myself an iron pick. That way we can make our way down into the mines and at least get some more resources, even though we don't have any wood yet. But I want to steal this bed, sleep the night away, and then we'll get back to it tomorrow. Okay, so I looked it up, and you can find saplings in desert chests. I wasn't too sure, but it says we can, so I'm going to go search for another village and just pray that I can find a sapling in that next village. Looks like we got ourselves a ruined nether portal up here. Block of obsidian, some nuggets. I will take the golden apple. Horse armor, even though I don't think I'm gonna find a horse, and a mending gold pickaxe. Gold tools are absolutely useless, so No thank you. Alright, back to the village search. Alright, we got ourselves a new village here. Let's hope for the best in this one. Please have a sapling. Dang. Some more food, armor. I'll take the spear, honestly. Throw that helmet on. I can take these furnaces. Man. You know what? Give me that too. That's what you get for not giving me a sapling. And with that, we got 6 ingots. I think I want to make a sword. Just in case it gets a little hairy. Got that for some protection. But we got no sapling in this village, so I think it's just time to keep on exploring. There's not much we can do until we get that sapling. Alright. Found ourselves another village just in time that the sun's going down. The last thing I want to do is get caught out in this desert at nighttime. So I'm going to just borrow this house for the night. A couple emeralds. Another bundle. More food. Well, definitely not going to be running out of food as long as I keep raiding these villages. So I don't have to worry about that. I think that's it for this village. No sapling. Oh, this is not a village. This is a desert temple. Okay. Some bones, some string. I'll take that. More bones, gunpowder. Come on. Ooh, a couple diamonds. That's what I'm talking about. Trade out that horse armor, even though I don't think I'm going to need it, but... And some leather, alright, okay. Not exactly what I needed, but not bad stuff. Now this one, this is going to be the one. For sure. Alright, this has got to be the village. There's a sapling just waiting for me here, I know it. That. Take that. Thank you, sir. Come on. Another bundle. Another emerald. Sure. Come on. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, that got me excited. Alright. Well, that sun's going down. I'm gonna take out this iron golem, sleep, and then we're on to the next one. Alright, day 3, and we're still searching for that coveted sapling. Oh. Take that. Alright, we got village number 4, 5. I don't know, I've lost count. This is the one though. This is the one. Okay, so this is not the one because I've already been to this one. Somehow I went in a giant circle. So that's super fun. Lovely waste of time that was. Oh, he's got grass. Man, if I could have a silk touch something, that would be huge. It's good to know that grass can spawn in villages, though. I'll have to keep that in mind. If only I could craft a boat, but obviously no wood, so looks like we're swimming. Ooh, got another ruined portal. About jumped straight into that lava. Come on, give me some good. Ooh, golden carrots. Another golden apple. Silk touch. I think I have to go back and get a grass block. That might be my only chance to get grass in this world. I think I have to take it. I'm gonna swim all the way back. Grab a couple grass blocks. And then we'll get right back to it. We got grass, that's huge. Once I find a sapling and I find a place to settle down, I want to turn it into a oasis. And having this grass block to be able to add greenery is going to be huge. That's exactly what I needed. Now, I just have to continue the search and find myself a singular sapling. But it is nighttime once again. So I'm going to steal another house, and we'll get back to our journey tomorrow. Alright, day 4. Back to it. Alright, I think this is also a village I've been to. I think this is the one I swam to earlier. Just gonna double check. Maybe not. Another bundle. I wouldn't have left the bundle in the bread. So either I just missed that, or this is a new one. So let's give it a little check and see. Definitely this is a new one. Another bundle. And I'm going to be all bundled out by the end of this. Once again, no sapling. We do have another iron golem for some free iron. Alright, I did see another village. Yep, off that way. Make sure it's going east. I'm pretty sure that's a new one, so let's hit it. Alright, looks like we got 2 villages right here side by side. Surely one of these has a sapling. They got to, right? Alright. We got a blacksmith. We got a blacksmith. Come on. This is it. This is it. Let's go. 7 saplings. Oh my goodness. Only 12 villages in 4 days to get our saplings. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm going to finish looting this village. We're going to sleep. And then we got to find a place to settle down. Alright guys, I'm thinking this area right around here is what we turn into our little desert oasis. We got the village just on the other side of that mountain over there. So if we decide we want to use villagers, they're not far away. Looks like we've got some caves in the area. So that'll be very useful to gather some resources. But I think this is going to be it. This is the area that we transform. We're going to turn this barren wasteland into a beautiful, thriving oasis. First thing, gotta dig us a little hidey hole here in the side of this mountain. And then we'll get settled in. Alright, we have 18 grass blocks. I think I'm going to sacrifice some of them to get some of these saplings grown up. All we really need is 1. So I'm going to get these saplings planted. That way we can finally get some wood. Day 5. Still haven't chopped down our first tree. We got the beginnings of our little hidey hole in here. While those trees are growing, I think I'm going to mine down, see if I can't just find some easy coal really quick. Alright, we have light. It's time to sleep. And we're on to day 6. Now, I did find bones right here. Let's go ahead and make some bone meal. That way we can go ahead and get these trees chopped up. You know what? I should make a nice little iron axe while we're at it. Boom. First tree. Alright, let's get to chopping. First thing we gotta do with this wood is make some chests and organize this inventory a little bit. We have so many bundles, so much junk. So I'm gonna make some chests, get a little bit organized. Alright, chests are in, inventory's been sorted. Up next, I think we gotta head down into the mines, see if we can't gather up a little bit of iron, a little bit of coal, get ourselves suited up and protected from all the monsters out here in this desert. I'm gonna go ahead and craft myself another iron pick since we got 20. Got a backup iron pickaxe, got food. Just grab some planks just in case. And we're gonna head down. Alright, we made it down to Y16. We were able to get a decent bit of iron on the way down, just building that staircase. So I'm gonna get this smelted up. And then I'm going to do a little bit of strip mining. Hopefully we can find some more iron, some more coal, and maybe run into a cave. If we do run into a cave, we'll definitely explore that a little bit and see what that's got to offer. Alright, I heard some spider sounds. It looks like we got ourselves a little cave. And we got some skelly boys down there, so I'm going to go grab myself a little shield real quick, and then we'll come check this out. Alright, shield acquired. Let's see what this cave has to offer. Gotta remember, I don't have any armor. So I am not in any position to be taking on any skeletons. Or really much of anything. Like, nope. Okay. I'm gonna scoop up this iron over here. Hopefully I can just grab enough to make myself some iron armor. Then once we get at least iron armor, I'll feel a little bit better about exploring some more of this cave. Honestly, I think a very important thing in this world is going to be dirt. So as I'm going through these mines, I need to grab up as much dirt as I can so that I can use that to help create the greenery in my oasis. Alright, I've grabbed up all that dirt. My shovel did break, so I'm not going to be able to grab any more on this trip. I do want to light up as much as I can. That way when I come back, it is somewhat safe. But it does look like there's going to be plenty to explore in here. Alright, I think that's going to be it for right about now. Got a good little bit of iron out of that. So I'm going to get back up to our little hidey hole up top and get that smelted. Yeah, we ended up with about 58 iron off that. Some lapis. And we got 2.5 stacks of dirt. So, not a bad trip. I get back up to the top, get settled in. Alright, back up top. I think I'm going to go ahead and expand out. Goodness, these desert sounds are kind of freaking me out. I'm going to expand my tree farm a little bit since I got some more dirt now. So I'm going to grab my dirt, grab my saplings, and just get trees planted all over the place here so that we can have plenty of wood going forward. Okay, trees are planted. I need to get some farms set up so that I can start growing. I want to plant a bunch of sugarcane here along the water. also want to get some wheat farms set up. Probably out here. I'll probably throw some dirt just along this water here just to get some quick farms going. That way we can get some stuff growing and have a little bit of a renewable food source. Even though we have a ton of bread and plenty of hay bales, so I might not even need it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry and go ahead and have it set up. So let's get that done. Alright, we got our beetroot and we got our wheat seeds planted in. Got a good little bit of sugarcane planted. There's plenty of sugarcane around here, so I don't imagine I'm really going to need to farm that much. We got those farms going. Tree farm is set up. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep here in a minute. Wake up on day 9 and get to planning our little Oasis build. Alright guys, I'm starting to get a rough idea in my head of what I want this to look like. And I think I want to have the main part of it right up here in this general area, but I'm going to need to flatten this land out a little bit. So I'm going to make myself a couple iron shovels and see how much of that area I can take down, get it prepped and ready for our build. Alright y'all, I got my tools. I did finish up my iron armor, got the chest plate, got the pants, so we're all suited up, a little bit more protected now. And we're just going to go to town and knock out some of this sand here. I'll see you guys when that's all done. Alright, yeah, not gonna lie to you guys, I just knocked out that first layer right there with an iron shovel, and that was absolutely miserable. So I don't think we're gonna keep going on this terraforming until we get some better tools. It's gonna take me the whole 100 days just to terraform this if I'm just using iron tools. So we're gonna take a break from that and we're gonna focus on getting a little bit better gear. Alright y'all, we're back down into the mine, into the cave that we found earlier. I want to explore a little bit now that we got full iron armor at least. See if we can't get ourselves a couple more diamonds out of this. Creeper. Oh, okay. Well, took out your friend. Guess thanks for that. This cave is actually massive. A ton of iron down here. I'm gonna grab up what I can. I love when they fight each other. Oh, I got potato off that. Hell yeah. Oh, got a spawner. Alright. There you go, light this bad boy up. What we got? Nothing. Man. This could definitely be a source of XP down the line. So I want to make sure I remember where this is. Alright, I don't think this cave really opens up and goes any deeper than this. So what I think I gotta do is go ahead and dig down, get down to a better diamond level, and hopefully we can find some down there. Okay, I was right. Got a skeleton spawner. I was wondering why there's 100 skeletons in here. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, got an infinity book. That's awesome. Pumpkin seeds, melon seeds. Impaling, honestly, I don't need it. I'll take the coal, I'll take the string. Don't need the spider eye. Looks like it opens up a little bit out here. Let's see if we can find ourselves some diamonds. Whoa, there's some diamonds. Surrounded by skeletons though. Alright, we got a few more diamonds. Gonna head back up because our shield broke and there's a lot of mobs down there. And we'll game plan what to do next once we get there. Alright, y'all, I went ahead and made myself a little diamond pickaxe. I also went ahead and made a little enchantment table over here just with what I had on me to see if I could get some decent level enchants on this pickaxe before I go back down and hit some more mines. I know I'm only level 20, but I just wanted to see what I could get. Let me grab some lapis. Let's see. We can get a 20. We got efficiency 3 on that. I would love to get unbreaking. I think that's worth it. Fortune 1. Honestly, I'm not mad about that. Let's see what we can get on a book. Nothing good. Alright. Well, better than just a regular pickaxe, that's for sure. I'm going to head down back to the mine to see if I can't get myself some more diamonds. Alright, it's not a bad mining trip there. Ended up 27 diamonds, good little bit of gold. I got a lot of redstone. I mined it mainly for the experience, but I got that just in case we want to use it in this world. But time to head back up to the surface now. Alright, we're back up top. We got everything sorted. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a full set of diamond tools. First we need our axe, get a shovel, and then let's go ahead and get a sword as well. Done with the iron tools. We got our diamond. Let's go ahead and see how much armor we can make with this. Chest plate, helmet, boots, and just enough to make the pants. There we go. Fully suited up. Diamond tools, diamond armor. Let's go. And we have enough leather to be able to make 3 more bookshelves. So I want to run down to the sugarcane, harvest that up, and then we'll see if we can expand that enchantment table a little bit more. Alright, so we're able to get 3 more bookshelves out of that. That brings us up to level 27. Got efficiency 3 showing on the shovel. I really need efficiency and unbreaking on that thing so I can do a lot of terraforming. But we do not have enough levels for that. So that is going to be our next problem that we're going to tackle. Alright, so I think the solution to our experience problem. So I'm going to run over to the village, make a Fletcher, and trade a bunch of sticks to get emeralds. And I might as well go ahead and make a librarian over there and see what kind of trades I can roll. So I'm going to harvest all of this wood here behind me so I can have plenty of wood for sticks. And then we're going to head over to that village and get to trading. Get some experience and get some emeralds from it as well. Alright, wood is acquired. Heading back over to the village. See if we can't get some XP, get some emeralds. And maybe get a nice little enchanted book while we're at it. Alright, we got our carpenter here. Got our stick trade. Get as many of these emeralds as we can. Alright, there's that guy. Let's get ourselves a librarian. Fortune 3. Oof. For 14? I think I gotta take that. And I did bring a book with me. That's fine. Alright, we got Fortune 3. think. Let's see. Another book. So we can make another lectern. I want to get unbreaking. Ooh, mending. Did I ran out of emeralds completely? Alright, I need to go trade really quick. You need to stay right there. Alright, I don't have enough emeralds to get the mending book, but I have enough to lock him in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna go ahead and head back over to the base. Alright, so I'm in Anvil through Fortune 3 on my pick. Did cost me a little bit of levels. I'm gonna run back down to the mine, see if I can't just mine up a bunch more ores and get myself some levels and get myself some materials while I'm at it. Alright, back up top. Pretty successful mining trip in terms of diamonds. We got 45 out of that, a little bit of iron. Not super successful when it comes to experience levels, but that's alright. I'm gonna get settled in, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started on that terraforming. Alright, so we got a couple of diamond shovels enchanted just with some lower level enchants. We got efficiency 3 and unbreaking 2 on this one, and just efficiency 2 on this one. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this terraforming project. Alright, so this is the area our little oasis is going to be in. I got it outlined in dirt. I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with the dirt that I have. Definitely not going to be enough. I'm going to have to go back underground and find some more dirt patches, but I'm going to fill in what I have, go get some more, and then fill the rest of this thing in so that we can go ahead and get the grass to start growing around here. Alright, so we finally got enough dirt to fill in this entire area. While I was down in the mines, I also grabbed a bunch of tuff. I'm going to use some tuff bricks and a mix of regular stone bricks to do a little border around all of this. So that's going to be the next project, and then we're going to start planning out what's going on in here. I got all of our grass box that we grabbed up from the village earlier, planted in, so those are spreading out nice, and soon we'll have a nice big patch of green right here. Alright, y'all, so we got the wall all finished up around the outside of this. Grass is grown in, and we got our little centerpiece here. We got a well. It only makes sense that an oasis is built around a water source. So we got our well right here. Don't have a ton of room to add stuff into this area, but we got enough to make it nice and cozy. I think what I want to go ahead and do next is go ahead and set up some farms up here in the oasis. I can move them off of the edge of the water over there and get them kind of set up more permanently. I want to use this side for some farms. Hopefully we can get some cows, some sheep to spawn. I don't think they're going to spawn in a desert now that I'm thinking about it, so probably won't have that, but we'll try to get some farms set up over on that side, and then we'll reserve this bigger side over here for our base whenever I decide what I want to build for that. So now I'm going to get those farms all planted in, and then I'll get right back with you guys. Alright, there we go. We got our 2 farms all planted in. Got a bigger wheat patch over here, and then we got a little bit of a beetroot farm going on this side. I don't want to take up too much room with these farms since our space is kind of limited here in our little oasis. But I think I'm going to extend some of this coarse dirt pathway into each of these and just connect those up. And then we'll get started on our next steps. Alright, so what I think I got to do next is I want to build an entrance for this oasis. I want to have like a big archway right here and then have some kind of path that leads down to the water. Just have a little walkway up here straight into our oasis. Also went and got a camel. There was a big dust storm brewing, and while I was waiting for that to pass, I went up there, grabbed a camel, and now we got this guy to keep us company for the rest of these 100 days. We're on day 25, so we're a quarter of the way there. Everything is kind of coming along. I'm still not sure what kind of house or what I want to build for myself over here. So I'm kind of just doing other things until I can think of something that I want to do over there. And right now I'm going to build this archway and get that path done so we can have our nice little entrance into our oasis. Alright guys, so I got a little pathway marked out. I got a little arch going into our oasis right here. Next up, I'm tired of running back and forth between here and our little hidey hole over there, so I really need to figure out what I want to build for ourselves in this area. I'm kind of thinking more just like a campground kind of feel instead of building an actual house. I wish I had access to wool so I could make some cool tents or something, but I'm gonna have to figure out something else over in this area so that we can move all our stuff, get a little bit more organized, and have this just be our home base going forward. So I'm gonna think about that for a little bit, and once I figure something out, I'll get right back with you guys. Alright, I think I got a rough idea of what I want to build for us down there. I'm gonna go with some kind of tent design. Instead of using wool for the tent. Oh, is that a pillager? What are you doing all the way out here, sir? Where are the rest of you? There's one. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying. Oh, you're in my oasis. That is not allowed. Alright, anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to build myself a little tent right here. Instead of using wool for the sides, I think I'm going to go with diorite. I think that'll be a decent substitute. I wanted to use calcite, and I did find a geode while I was mining, but I honestly could not remember for the life of me where that geode is. So I think I'm going to go down, mine a bunch of diorite, and then we'll get started on our little tent build. Alright, should have everything that I need to get a couple of these tents built up. Now, I've never built a tent, so might take a couple tries playing around, see what I like. But I think I'm going to throw maybe 2 or 3 of them over here in this area, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we got a little campsite all built up. We got one larger tent here. This is where I put our bed and important stuff. And then we got a couple smaller ones. We can have some storage, furnaces in here. Got a little campfire set up in the middle. But now I need to go ahead and move all that stuff over here and get this little area all organized and set up. And we are all settled in now. We got our main tent over here. We got our bed. My solution to our storage was just throw a bunch of barrels on this bottom row of pretty much all of these. We got our furnaces in here, a bunch of different stone. And this one, we got dirt, gravel, got a bunch of stuff going on. Most of these are empty. Now when I need something specific, it might take me a couple barrels to find what I'm looking for, since we just got a bunch of barrels lined up out here, but at least it's somewhat organized now. We got everything moved out of our little hidey hole, and we are all set up in our little camp right now. So this, for the next 72 days, is our base camp. The only thing that I haven't moved down is our enchantment setup, which I'm thinking might go somewhere back here. Got a decent little spot for that there, or over on this side. But I think I'm gonna go grab those, grab all that stuff, and then get it moved down here. Alright, so we moved the enchantment setup down here. We're still missing 3 bookshelves to finish this out a little bit. So since I don't really have access to leather, I think I'm gonna run over back to our village and see if I can't just buy 3 bookshelves off of our librarian. So I need to grab up as much wood as I can so that I can trade those sticks for emeralds, and then grab the rest of the bookshelves that I need. Alright, there we go. Got the last 3 bookshelves, and we are up to the level 30 enchant table. I do want to get the rest of my gear enchanted. I have all this armor and then the rest of my tools to enchant, but I am hurting on levels. So I think it might be time to build ourselves a nether portal and get out to the nether, see what our spawn's looking like. Hopefully we can just mine up a bunch of quartz and get a bunch of levels off of that. But first I need to head down to the mines and collect some obsidian. Alright, nether portal is built. Nothing crazy, just a little decoration on the outside. Let's light it up and let's see what it's looking like. Alright, right in the middle of a warped forest. Definitely not the best spot, but let's go ahead and block this off a little bit, just so that we stay somewhat safe. Don't need to be getting ambushed by any piggies. Alright, somewhat protected right here. I don't want to spend a lot of time here right off the bat, but I do just want to check out a little bit. See if we can't find anything good close to our spawn. This just looks like a huge crimson forest. That is no good. Looks like it opens up more that way. God, this kind of sucks. I don't remember the last time I got a good nether spawn. Alright, back we go, get a little bit more prepared. Alright, I need to repair this diamond pickaxe before we go back into the nether. Instead of just repairing it, I went ahead and made a new one to see what kind of enchants we can get on it. I know we can't get that, but I'm hoping to get unbreaking. That'll work. Not perfect, but then combine these. Fortune 3, efficiency 3, and unbreaking 2. That is much better than what I had. Happy with that. Alright, should have everything I need for a little bit longer exploration in the nether. I want to trade with some piglins while I'm over there, so I brought all the gold that I got. Got me little gold helmets today. Don't take me out. Let's go see what we can find. Really want to go out this way where it looks like it opens up a little bit more. I always get lost in the nether. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Those things do friggin' damage too. I really need a better bow. Are they scared of the little blue mushroom? If I hold it in my hand, are they scared of that? Nope. Nope. Nope, they're not. Alright. Yeah, this is why I don't need to be in here. Well, it does open up, but it drops straight down. I just need to build a safe little tunnel. From my portal. Hi, Mr. Piggy. You want some gold? What are you gonna give me? Soul speed 3? I'll take that, dude. You can have it all if you keep doing that. And leather, huge. Why don't we just trap you? And block myself off. Let's just sit here and trade with this guy. Alright, well, I just sat there and traded every piece of gold that I have with that piglin, and I did not get a single ender pearl. Not one. Did get a couple happy gas, soul speed 3 books, some potions, but other than that, that was pretty disappointing. So I'm gonna go dump all this stuff off real quick. Alright, so we just dug a huge staircase and tunnel that goes all the way to our portal. I really just wanted to get out of that Crimson Forest. It looks like we have. So we're gonna hop up here, take a look around. I need to mark this tunnel so I don't lose it. Just pray there's another fortress close. Because I honestly hate being in the Nether. So if I can spend as little time here as possible, I'd be super happy with that. We do have our gold helmet on, so those guys aren't going to bother us. I'm going to collect all this and get as much XP as I can while we're here. Goodness, I just cannot find anything out here. I've just been running around mining as much quartz as I can find and hoping to see another fortress off in the distance. And I have not seen a single thing yet. That's why I hate the Nether so much. I swear sometimes you just run around for hours before you can find anything. Shaders definitely don't make it easier to spot stuff. I hate the Nether and I really hate bastions. Let me get my golden carrots out. If I can get a netherite armor trim, that would be huge. Or upgrade template, whatever you want to call it. But these things always kick my butt. So let's see if I can't just cheese it a little bit. Stay away from all those brutes. Oh gosh. I'm such a chicken when it comes to this stuff. And I have no shame about it either. Can't tell you how many times I've died in a bastion. As long as there's no brutes, I should be fine until I open a chest. Like that guy over there. I don't even see any chests. I think my best chances of finding something are at the bottom of this. If I get ambushed from behind or something, I'm so dead. Don't tell anybody I'm here. You hear me? Not a word. Alright, we should be able to go in now. We're close to the goods. Oh, of course, there's a brute right there. I just need to get to that chest without getting ambushed. And I can hear them all over top of me. And here come the frickin' slimes too. Who designed bastions? That's what I want to know. Because they can kick rocks. Yeah, these spectral arrows are kind of lit. I've never used these before. I want to go ahead and drink this just in case I fall in that lava. Need to make sure I'm not going to get ambushed from above. God, I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Why can't I build here? Got it. Oh my god. Oh my god, my inventory's full. Oh my god. What a noob, what a noob, what a noob. All this stuff in my inventory, and I gotta go back out there. There's slime on top of it. Magma cube, whatever the heck you are. You're in my way, that's what you are. Alright, let's go. Gimme, 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 gimme. I'll take it, that's fine. Get the heck out of here. Oh my goodness. Get robbed, kid. Get robbed. Now get me out of this place. Friggin' hate bastions, dude. I know there's probably so much more loot in here, but I do not care one bit. I got everything I needed. You guys can kick rocks. I got my netherite upgrade. Got a netherite ingot out of it as well. So let's continue our hunt for a fortress. I think the smart play here, go back to the portal, go home, drop off my important stuff, and then come back. Maybe I go ahead and enchant a couple things too while we're back and we got our levels. Oh, feels so good to be home. I'm gonna get this inventory sorted out. And then we'll enchant a couple things. Alright, let's see what we're rolling here. I definitely want to get a sword. Sweeping edge. If I could get looting on a sword, that'd be huge. Efficiency 4 on the book. Let's see what our bow's got. Unbreaking 3. I feel like I need a good bow, especially in the nether. And then if we're going to go beat the ender dragon, I already have infinity in a book. Let's see what we can enchant it with. Just Unbreaking 3. That is so sad. Sharpness 3 on the book. Unbreaking 3 on the sword. Do I risk that again? I think we do. Okay, Sharpness 3, Sweeping Edge 3, and Unbreaking 3. I'll take that. Not terrible. Not great, but we can improve it. I can throw infinity on this bow. Now I just need to get power on that. Axe is showing efficiency 4, loyalty. Let's see what the rest of our armor is looking at. Fire protection, protection, protection 3. Okay. I think we're going to head back to the nether now. See if we can't find a nether fortress again. And we'll grab some more levels while we're in there as well. No, it's another bastion. Come on. Almost bridged right by it. I don't even care about that bastion. I got what I need out of one of those. I'm not touching another one. No way, look at that. Another Crimson Forest. Nether Fortress. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's get down there. I've been in the Nether for about an hour and a half. My least favorite part of this game is being in the Nether. But we finally got a fortress. Let's see if we can't get down there safely. Too bad I burned my freaking fire resistance potions. Because I really wanted those for fighting blazes. But looks like we're not going to have that. There are wither skeletons everywhere. I gotta be careful. I don't like this. I don't like this. I just know I'm accidentally gonna look at one of these Endermen and then get bodied. Alright, and a skeleton with an enchanted bow. Bro, like they're just... I'm straight up not having a good time. Bro, they can see from so far away. And why are we not dropping anything? They just sneak up on you. They shoot you with fire. And you burn. And there's nothing you can do about it. I want to get 10, maybe 12 of these. So I'm going to keep grinding. Try to grab as many as I can real quick while we're sitting here. There's 12. I'm good with 12. I'm good with 12. Let's get the hell out of here. I would call this Nether trip a success. Definitely wasn't fun, but it was a success. Let me grab up all this quartz, and I will meet you guys when we get back. I'm gonna grab up all the quartz that I can see, and I'll meet you guys when we get back to the overworld. Alright, y'all, we made it back. Feels so good to be out of that place. We got our 12 blaze rods. We got up to level 39, so we can enchant quite a few things. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all my inventory put away, and then we'll see what that enchantment table is looking like. Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. I really want feather falling on my boots. None of these are looking great. I made a new bow to see if I can get power. Power 4. I like that. I like that. I think we gotta take that one. Power 4. Combine that with that bow. That'll be pretty decent. Let's see what the axe is showing. Unbreaking. Eh. Protection 4 on the boots. Piercing. Protection 4 on the leggings. Protection 4 on the helmet. Do I risk this? No, I think I'm gonna wait to see if it'll show feather falling. I think I'm gonna put prot 4 on the helmet. Just prot 4, okay. Let's see. We're gonna enchant 2 more things. Protection 4 again. I think we go for this. Oops. Go for the leggings. Just protection 4 there. And let's see what those boots got. Fire protection. Boo. Protection 3. Let's see. Just protection 3. Still no feather falling showing. It's alright. I'm going to combine these. We at least got a little bit more protection on our armor. We're going to have a good bow once we combine those up. And then we just got to work on getting feather falling on those boots. Alright, so I think I decided instead of getting experience levels and just trying to get lucky and get feather falling on my boots from the table, I'm going to head back over to the village and see if I can't just roll it with a librarian. So I'm going to gather up all the wood that I've got growing over here so I can make it into sticks and trade those for emeralds. And then we're going to go make a new librarian and see if we can't get feather falling out of them. Alright, So that was a complete waste of time. This guy refuses to give me a good feather falling book, and I cannot be bothered to sit here any longer re-rolling those trades. I also accidentally smacked him a couple times, so his trades are expensive for no reason. I don't know why he's mad, but I'm gonna head back to the base and we're gonna figure out a little bit different plan. Okay, I was able to re-roll enough to get feather falling 2 in here. That's gonna be it's just gonna have to be good enough for now. I can't be bothered to keep doing that. Alright, so what next? What I think I want to do is I'm going to head back underground. I want to grab up a bunch of copper because I have a big build in mind for the end of this video that I want to use a lot of copper blocks as a little bit of decoration, a little accent, and I want them all to be oxidized. So I want to go ahead and mine up a bunch of copper, get the blocks made, and then get them set out so they can start oxidizing instead of it taking years for them to oxidize once I put them in the build. So I'm gonna head down, grab up a bunch of copper, and then come back and get that all smelted up. Alright, managed to get a good little bit of copper down there. I'm getting that all smelted up right now. I got a stack in each of these and then some more stacks that we gotta burn through. I'm gonna get all this smelted, get it crafted into blocks. Then I'm just going to place it out here in the desert so that I can start oxidizing. Alright, y'all. On to day 48. I got all of our copper smelted up and placed out here. Hopefully that won't take too long to get completely oxidized. But while I was waiting, I was back over at the village doing some more trades and getting ender pearls so that we can make eyes of ender. So I think it is time we find the stronghold and we beat the dragon. I think we are prepared as we need to be. So I'm going to take off, find this stronghold. Hopefully we don't lose too many eyes of ender on the way. And I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, well it's looking like stronghold is down here in the middle of the ocean. Hate when that happens. Alright, looks like we found it. We did run into a few caves on the way down. I ended up getting 18 diamonds out of that. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long to find the portal room, because that's all we really care about. I will check out the library though. See what we got. I'll take our armor trim. Books I don't really need. And another armor trim, why not? Got it. Silverfish are the most annoying thing ever. Right, let's light this baby up. Oh. Boom. Oh yeah, baby. Need to empty out some of this inventory before we jump in there. Alright, I think we're as ready as we can be. Let's do it. Alright, I don't like when we spawn in the open like that, but it's okay. Should a quick little bridge over. Honestly, from here we'll just dig up. Gosh, this fight always makes me nervous. Done it a dozen times, but still. Especially when I don't have the best gear. All these freaking Endermen are the worst part. Get away, dragon. Not ready for you. Bro, leave me alone. Why are you on me already? Start taking these bad boys out. 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5. Got it. Alright, last one done. Now it's just me and you, buddy. No, I missed him. Bro. Damn Enderman, dude. Bro. Oh, get out of my way. Come on, let me in there. One shot, one shot. Got him. Let's go. Those Endermen about freaking sold it for me. Boom. Let's get all that XP. Oh yeah. Man, that was way more stressful than it needed to be. And we got a gateway over here. Let's see if we can't get lucky here. Come on, hop out this way. me. Oh, alright, you are mad at me. Bro, stop. Why is this not spreading? Oh my god. It is not that deep, brother. I promise. God. Ah ha ha. See, all you gotta do is turn up your render distance. That ship looks like it's floating over the void. That sucks. Alright, we made it to the city. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a little bit of loot before we get up to that ship. Wouldn't mind having a couple shulkers. Alright, alright. I forgot how annoying these things are. Alright, those shulkers in there are just annoying, and I don't really feel like dealing with them and going through the whole thing, so I'm just gonna bridge right up to this ship. And get me my elytra. Oh. What are you doing up here? Boom. Got it. Let's go. Curse of Vanishing Sword, no thanks. I'll take the diamonds, helmet. Might as well take the iron. But we got what we came for. We got our elytra. I did bring rockets. So let's go ahead and get the heck out of here. Oh yeah. Man, it feels good to fly again. Let's see if we can't find our way back. Make sure we grab this egg. Oh yeah. Boom. And let's get out of here. And we made it home with our brand new elytra. Now we get to see this bad boy from the air. Alright. So copper is oxidizing. What I'm thinking for this is I want to put a big old pyramid back here. You know, what's a desert world without a giant pyramid? So that's what the copper's going to be for some accents. Honestly, I'm probably going to need more. But I'm going to need a lot of sandstone, which I did collect some while I was terraforming everything. I still got like almost a double chest full over here of sand, at least. So I need to convert all this to sandstone, and I think I want it to be all this smooth sandstone. So I think what we got to do next is we have all these levels. We got diamonds. Let's make sure we get the best gear that we can, especially shovels, because I'm going to be flying through some sand. So I'm going to get organized real quick, and then we'll get enchanting. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So I want to throw another pickaxe in there, Fortune 3. Already got that. It's just going to show Fortune 3 on all those. So let's do chest plate, unbreaking. I definitely do want that. Let's grab that, and prop 4. Perfect. I don't even need to combine those. Fire protection. These have feather falling 2. Let me just switch that up. Depth Strider. Fortune again. Want a higher efficiency and a better unbreaking on that if I can. I could throw those on there for feather falling 3 at least. And there's feather falling 2 again. Efficiency 4. Okay. Honestly, I think I'll take that. Unbreaking 3 on the axe. Efficiency, Silk Touch. I'll take that. Honestly, you know what? Yeah, might as well. Alright, so let's combine efficiency 4, mending. Get a nice shovel. Throw feather falling 3 on those. I kind of want to disenchant this Aqua Infinity. Fire protection. Let's just refresh that. Respiration, I'll take that. Man, there goes all our levels too. Those 71 levels went fast. But we got feather falling 3, prop 4 on that, prop 4 on that one. Do need to combine these and those. 21. My goodness. 35. Holy crap. How much are these going to cost? Just 4? Alright, alright. And there goes the anvil. Alright. That worked out. Got ourselves a nice set of armor. We got some good tools. And we got plenty of extras. I do need to get unbreaking and mending for my elytra. For sure. Alright, so up next, I need to grab a ton of sand. Now that I got this shovel, shouldn't be too bad. But I'm gonna go grab a ton of sand. And I'll get back with you guys when I'm done with that. Alright, y'all, so I got a good bit of sandstone collected up. I want to use smooth sandstone for this pyramid. And I thought that you could just make smooth sandstone with a stone cutter, but then I just learned that you have to smelt it, so that's going to add a whole other step to this. What I need to do now is go ahead and repair my tools, because my pickaxe and my shovel have seen better days. We get my tools repaired, and I'm going to set up a little auto smelter so I can get this going, and I need to find a lava pool for that, because I definitely don't have enough coal to smelt everything. So fix my tools, find a lava pool, and set up a little auto smelter so that we can get this stuff going. Alright, y'all, so I got a spot cleared out here for our pyramid build. I got everything lined out with these deep slate blocks. Had to do a little bit of terraforming out here, but now we're all set up to start building this. And then if we make our way down here, this is where I kind of set up our temporary smelting rig so I can get all this smooth sandstone smelted. We still got plenty of it to go through. I've just been running down, grabbing lava buckets and using that as a fuel so I don't have to burn through so much coal. But I think what we're going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to grab the sandstone that is already smelted, and we're going to start laying this out. I want to get the base of it down so we can see the shape before we really start adding in any details or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started, probably in a nice little time lapse. Alright, so there's the basic shape of the pyramid. Got the outline of that thing down. I do want to throw in some little towers here on the side as well, just to kind of frame out. This is going to be the entrance. And luckily I did think ahead and place some torches inside so this doesn't turn into a little mob spawner. But I think next we're going to go ahead and put these pillars in. I think I want to push them back a little bit more into the structure. And then we'll start thinking about some details. Alright, there are those towers in now. Got the basic structure of this. And now I definitely want to start adding in a little bit more detail to this. We got our copper blocks. We got about a little over a stack already oxidized, and then plenty more sitting out and oxidizing. So I think it's time to start adding in all these little details. Now I did save some regular sandstone because I want to throw this in the stone cutter, yeah, and get some of this chiseled. I think that will be a nice little detail going up the side. So I'm gonna get this all switched over. So along these sides right here, I want to extend another layer up. All the way up, probably about right there. This is gonna kind of frame out the entrance a little bit and make it not so flat. I want to do this on all four sides as well. Yeah, I'm liking the look of that. Definitely like that. Now I think I want to add the copper blocks maybe in place of this middle block right here. It's kind of a central little strip of color. I think I'm going to grab some of those copper blocks that are already oxidized, and we'll see how that looks on there. If you can't tell, I haven't planned any of this out, much like any of my builds. And so I'm kind of just figuring it out as we go along, see what looks good, see what I like. If I don't like it, I change it. Yeah, I think that's a good start to adding the color in. I like that blue going right down the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to all the other sides real quick. Alright, so we get that blue in on all sides. We had just enough to knock that out. We're definitely gonna have to use this copper sparingly because we don't have a ton of it. We've got 15 left here. I have a good bit placed out, but I also want to have some to add some detail to these towers. So I think we go ahead and figure out what kind of details we want on this. No. Wow. Holy moly, that scared the crap out of me. Wow. All right. Well, I didn't light the inside of the towers up. Guess I should have done that too. Anyway, I just came in here to place some copper blocks, man. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. Might hang some lanterns inside there just like that. I don't have enough to do that all the way around on both of them, but I should once I get all those. But I can go ahead and knock out the spaces I'm going to put them in. Dude, all the desert sounds makes me think there's a creeper blowing up right next to me. I'm not enjoying that. Actually, I'm not going to need as many as I thought because this one row hits both of those windows. So that works out. Alright, I made some soul lanterns. A little bit more blue. Let's see what they look like inside of here. Kind of give it like a spooky vibe is what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I'm liking that. I like the blue. Alright, I'm going to grab up as much more oxidized as we have ready. And I'll get the rest of those placed in there. Alright, so I think we got those towers just about finished. Added a line of the chiseled stone brick here, and I got them all filled in with the copper blocks. So now we gotta think about what kind of more details we want to add to this pyramid. Maybe we can check out what this cut sandstone looks like. Kind of want to add like take one of these layers and make it something other than just smooth sandstone. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think that'll add just a nice little contrast. Yeah, that'll be good. So I'm gonna get some more of this cut sandstone, take it and fill up this whole layer with that. Yeah, I'm liking the look of that. It's very minute detail, but just adds a little bit more texture to it. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do to the outside, at least until I get a little bit more oxidized copper. I think I want to make that whole top part all oxidized copper. A little capstone up there. Now I want to turn my attention to this entrance. I want to have a path that goes through the oasis and then have maybe another little archway here or just an opening, and then that leads up into the entrance of this pyramid. So I'm going to start working on that, and I'll get back with you guys once I'm done. Okay, so we got a little entranceway mapped out here. Got an opening in our wall of the oasis, and I decided to use some quartz blocks for this little pathway, and I'm going to continue this quartz along the inside. I have a couple stacks. I might need to head to the Nether and get some more, but we'll see once that time comes. Okay, so I'm working on the interior here. Got some shroom lights set down in the middle to add some light. This is kind of what I figured out for each of these 4 sections. It's definitely not my favorite. These magma blocks don't give off a whole lot of light, but I'm really just trying to work with the resources that I already have instead of spending a bunch of time going out and getting a whole lot more. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and repeat this on all 3 of these sides and see how that looks once all 4 of those are in. Alright, interior's pretty much done here. Very simple, nothing too crazy. The whole point of this pyramid is for this guy right here. I think he deserves a nice little home. So we'll bring him on in. And here you go, buddy. Your own pyramid. Yeah, I think he likes it. I think he needs a name. We did grab 1 name tag off of our villagers. Let me see if I can find that in our barrels. Alright, got our name tag. There we go. King Tut. Lives in the pyramid. Alright. think what we need to do next is clean up a little bit out here. Still got a bunch of copper and that monstrosity over there. And I want to add some more decorations to the outside of this. Some cactus blossoms, and just trying to kind of clean up this landscape a little bit. So that is what we're going to get to next. Alright, so we got a lot of work done on the exterior landscape around here. I finished this path all the way down to the water. Got some cactus planted in, a little bit of shrubbery planted around, especially up here, leading into this pyramid. Now I think what we're missing for this is a little dock down here at the bottom for all of our weird travelers going through the desert, land their boats, come take a nice little break here up at this Oasis. So I think that's what we're going to work on next. I'm going to gather up some more wood and just make sure we got enough materials to knock out just a little simple dock up here for them to park their boats. Alright, so we got our little dock knocked out. We got some lampposts lining up this pathway now. Something super simple. Just a couple spots to park your boats. So you can come on in, follow the path to the Oasis, and escape this nasty desert. Alright guys, I think that is going to be it for this desert survival. We were able to build ourselves a nice little oasis here, get everything we need to survive and thrive. We got an awesome pyramid over here for Mr. King Tut. And yeah, that was a nice little challenge. I'm definitely looking forward to getting back somewhere that has green grass instead of this yellow. But if you guys have any ideas or if you want to see more out of this world, please feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys on the next one.